Hello, this is Mark Tucker from the Think Genealogy blog. Today we're going to talk about following. Now that you have your Twitter account set up, you notice up here in the top that there is nobody that you're following. Well, one of the things that is great about Twitter is the fact that you can follow people and get to see the different tweets or posts that they make to Twitter. So let's go ahead and figure out how to do that. The step to adding somebody to Twitter is really pretty easy. You go up here to the Find People location, and if you know what their Twitter ID is or their username, you can go ahead and type it in here. So we'll go ahead and type in my real Twitter ID, and you get to find out a little bit of information about the person. So here's the picture of me and my location, my latest tweet. If you actually click on the person's name, it will take you to their page. So here is all the bio information. You might want to click on the website and check them out and see if that's somebody that you would be interested in following. You can also check out to see who this person is following and any followers that this person has. This might help you decide if this is the type of person that you would like to follow. And all you have to do is click on the follow button. Now if we go back, click up back home, that will take us back to our own Twitter account. So now I am following somebody. I've got one person, and you notice all the different tweets, the most recent tweets from Mark Tucker are already listed here on your home page. And if you scroll down here to the bottom, there is a section that will show all the different people that you're following. And you can hover over and see the name of the person. You can also click on your following link, and that will show you, once again, a list of all the different people that you're following. Now, if you accidentally follow somebody, or you follow somebody for a while and you decide that you don't want to follow them anymore, it's just as simple as clicking on this drop down and just unfollowing the person. Now, does that person know that you're following them? And that depends on the settings of the person. So for example, if Mark Tucker in his settings under notices had this first checkbox, email when someone starts following me, then that person will get an email notification that they're being followed by you, and they're able to then look at your information and decide if that's somebody that in return they would like to follow. But you don't have to be following somebody to be able to have them follow you. So, and depending on their settings, they may not even know. Now, they would be able to then click on their own link and see who is following them, and or actually who their followers are, excuse me, and they would be able to then see that you're one of their followers. But that doesn't mean that they're going to get your tweets. So when you follow somebody, you get their tweets, and that's so you get to actually decide who's going to be in the group of people that you follow. Now, here I'm going to show you a list of some of the top people that you might want to follow, either genealogists or bloggers that are in the genealogy area, or even genealogy companies. And you would just go through that same process to be able to then follow them. I'm going to also show a few other ways that you can find people to follow. One of the first places that you might want to go is to a place called WeFollow. It's at wefollow.com, and it is a directory of people on Twitter. And right now they have over 700,000 Twitter users that are registered. So it's the people that are on Twitter themselves that would go to this site and would register themselves under certain keywords. And so this is why it's asking is, do you want to add yourself? Or do you just want to browse? So let's just go ahead and browse. Let's take a look at this first page. Twitter is really popular, and for some people it's huge. For example, Britney Spears has 4 million followers. You go down to Oprah, oh, she only has 2.9 million. But there's lots of different categories that they have, and then you get to choose which categories you fall under. One of the ones that ways to look for us would be to go up here to the search field and type in the word genealogy. So there are 408 people that have included genealogy as their tag. Now, there's two different tabs here. One's called most influential and most followers. If we were to go to this most followers tab, we'd be able to see the different people that have used genealogy as one of their tags and see how many people are following them. We could go through the list, find out a little bit more information about the person. We could click on them. That would take us back to Twitter. We can do the same thing, decide if we want to follow that person or not, and then we can go ahead and follow them. Now, this other tab is kind of interesting. It's the most influential. So it's not necessarily the most followers. So for example, number 3, GenSeek, has 10,000 followers, whereas Megan Smoleniak has just 2,285. But she's ranked as most influential. There's nowhere on the site where it says how that is determined, but I would actually go with the most influential list. Things like Megan, Smoleniak, Genealogist, Footnote Maven, Randy Seaver, Family Tree Magazine. These are all names that I think most genealogists would recognize as some of the most influential people. You'll see things like Footnote. So you'll start to see some of the different companies on here, and it will just go through and list them in ranking order. And you go on to the next page, and you can just go through this list and start to try to find people who have registered with this directory as being genealogists that then you might be interested in following. So that's a great place to start. And then you'll want to add yourself. And I think you can choose up to 5 different tags to describe yourself. So for example, I'm into technology and I'm into genealogy, and there's lots of different things that I'm interested in. And so I would register myself in this directory under those different tags, so then other people that are interested in those things could find me and add me to their people that they follow on Twitter. The next place that you might want to go to is a place called Twitter Groups. Now, that is at twitgroups.com with 2 T's /group, and we'll go over the first group we're going to look at is genealogy. So then you do /genealogy. Now here at the top, it talks about this being the family history group. This is saying when you type in your tweets, this would be the hashtag that you would use. That would be #genealogy. We'll talk about hashtags on the blog later or in a different video. Then what's important though is that you would want to go here towards the bottom, and then you start to see members. So this group has 327 members, and here's a list of different people that are on here. So for example, if you wanted to find out more information about this person, you would go ahead and click on them. That would take them back to Twitter. You'd be able to read the information about this person, and if this is somebody that you would want to follow, you'd go ahead and click on follow. So that is the genealogy group on Twitter groups. The other one that you might be interested in is twitgroups.com/group/surnames, and this is the genealogy surnames group. What this does, it has a hashtag that's for surnames, and if you go to the bottom, there are 166 people that have registered in this directory. So this is a place where you can go ahead and look for other people that you might be interested in following, and you could go ahead and click on a link and be able to find out more information about this person and decide if that was a person that you'd like to follow. So let's go ahead and follow them. So if we go back home now, we've got 2 people that we're following. The next place that we want to look is actually in Twitter itself. In this search box, you might want to go ahead and type in keyword genealogy, and you would see a list of people that have used the word genealogy in their posts. And so that might lead to some more information about people you'd want to follow. So here is Footnote Maven. You want to go ahead and maybe click on this and find out a little bit more about her and say, yeah, this is somebody I'd like to follow. So we'll go ahead and follow that person. So Twitter makes it really easy to go ahead and follow people. The other thing that I really like to do, I call it spelunking, which is searching in caves, but it's actually, you see this person is following, Footnote Maven is following 1,962 people. So who is this person following? And then just kind of go through and say, well, let's see. Is there anybody interesting on this list that might be somebody that I'd want to follow? So history link, that looks kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and click on that. And it says bio, the online encyclopedia of Washington State history. Maybe I'm interested in Washington State history, so I'll go ahead and follow that person. So it's kind of exploring through the people, who the people that you are interested in following, the people that they're following, and you can go ahead and find people to add to the list. just wish you luck in finding people to follow.